What is up, y'all? I am literally here. Here I am. I'm back again. Are you ready to piss your pants? Are you ready to poop on your butt? Now let me ask you this. When was the last time you peed on yourself? Probably been a while. I think you should reconsider. All right, y'all, let's check out how I use arpeggios in my drops. No. So we're gonna start off with drums. I have this kick, and it's very important that you do a little reversey kick right before it to make it sound a little bit more sexy. For my snare, I did the same thing that I just took the snare and I just reversed it. So these are 3 snares I put on top of each other. 1, 2, 3, put them all together. And I only do the reverse every other time. I do that a lot in my tracks, that there will be 2 snares. It'll be like boom, snare 1, boom, snare 2. Something cool about this place that I'm at, since I'm not in my apartment, I can just be as loud as I want. I wrote a song! So real quick, every sound I'm about to show you is in this sidechain group. It's hard to see. I know I'm using Reaper, and literally no one else on the face of the planet uses Reaper, but this is my volume automation, and you can see I didn't actually sidechain it to anything. I'm just volume automating the first 1/8 note of every beat, kinda. So the first sound is this weird sample loop that I actually made myself from a granular synthesis. Basically one day I downloaded a granular synthesizer and just recorded myself screwing around. The synthesizer that I use is called Quanta. You can load in a sound. I actually loaded in a really old track of mine that I never released. You can see it kind of takes your sound and it plays 1 little second of it. Once you change the shape and you kind of randomize the position where it goes back and forth, you get these really interesting tones. So you can see you're getting some weird sound. Really just took the parts that sounded like they could be used as chords and then arranged them into a chord progression. Okay, the next layer, I have this dubstep growl that you can see I kind of glued together. I'm not a dubstep producer. I'm not gonna pretend like I know how to make those sounds. I've tried, they sound okay, but whatever. I just used cymatics. So I kind of took a little piece off, and this adds a really aggressive harshness and attack to the chord hits. Okay, let's look at this stack. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I have cracked Serum, and I don't know what happened, but it's not working anymore, so I can't even show you my Serum preset. But I use this preset in all of my tracks, and I've talked about it in other videos. So it's just a saw wave and a square wave, and it's detuned and pushed out to the side. So I have 3 octaves, and I think one of the patches is a little bit different. All right, it's time for what you've been waiting for. So these are not your standard play a chord and let the synthesizer arpeggiate through the notes. I actually programmed each note, so let's watch them fly by. So the theory of this is the first 4 notes is just a major 7 arpeggio. I call this the fairy lick, by the way, da 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 da. And I use this in all my tracks. So it's talking about scale degrees. It goes 1, 7, 5, 3. We added a 3rd at the top, and then we add in a little scale degree 2 or a major 9th. So da 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 da. And the second time around, I switch up the inversions in the notes. Again, it's just major 9th, major 7th chords. If you want to steal my arpeggios, you can write those scale degrees down. Or you can just download my MIDI pack for free. Free MIDI pack. It's a MIDI pack, and it's free, and there's arpeggios in it, just like this. And you can just drag and drop it. They're named and everything, so whatever. I have this other patch called an ARP pad. Just a 3-note arpeggio, a bunch of distortion, and a bunch of reverb. Check out our lead. So this song was originally a remix for the 7-line song called Only Now, and I didn't win, but I liked the track I made so much that I wanted to make my own track out of it. So this is part of the a cappella from Only Now by 7 Lions. It's pitched down. So I took a little snippet of that, EQ'd out the highs and lows, I added a bunch of distortion, so then we get this. Change the format a little bit. Got the respace, is just like a stock Serum respace sound. But it does sound beefy, don't it? And this is my secret sauce for a yummy mid-range. I do a tuba and a really low piano sound. And I double that up with the bass, and it kind of gives it this like, you know, kind of like a, and then of course we got the sub bass, which is just a sine wave. So all together, we got this joint. With the drums. I just want to stop and give a really big thanks to our sponsor today, growmusic.com. I'm an EDM producer, but I'm still emo. You think you're as emo as me? You're literally not. So we got our kick, snare. We got this hi-hat that's doing like what we call in band bucks, accent to tap, chet to chet to. And this other cool like hi-hat thing, and I've changed all the velocities around to give it some dynamics. Little tambourine. Another little snare. Another snare. That is a doofy snare. And then we have a kick. I don't even know what beats those are on. And then another little open hi-hat. So we got some trap hats in here too. Man, I literally just went all for it. Jesus Christ. Do I need that much percussion? Okay, and way up here at the top, we have... Once the whole production is done, on top of the sidechain, so this is the only sound that is not in the sidechain group, absolutely dripping in reverb. So the homie Tim, when he sang over this, he didn't know I was gonna do this, and I actually didn't know I was gonna do this either. First, let's just listen to his vocals. Last breath. I just waved to someone outside that I've never seen in my life, and they probably see that I am recording on my camera, and I am immediately afraid of them. Please go away. So there's this sound that sort of sounds like it's like him screaming this or him singing it. Basically, it's like his vocal that's just stretched really long, and then I did like a pitch bend up into it. So the second time around, I did the same thing, but this is pretty tight, what I ended up doing. Some theory, big brain stuff, so try to come along on the ride. So I have the same exact thing happening on the left and the right, and this is hitting scale degree 7, and one of them goes down to scale degree 5. The other one goes up to scale degree 2. Start the same, and then shloop. But what is different is the arpeggios in this. So obviously we got to look at that. There's that 1, 7, 5, 3 again. Second time it's 2, 1, 7, 5. So these are, it's always outlining some sort of major 7 or major 9. This is pretty cool. This is that fairy lick, though. 1, 7, 5, 3. Each instance of it is just one more permutation going down. So it's taking a major 9 chord, spelled E, F sharp, G sharp, B, D sharp, E. And it's just doing 4 notes at a time. So the top 4, and then the next 4, and then the next 4, and the next 4. You do that at warp speed, and then it does the exact same thing, except it starts higher and it goes down even lower. And then right here, we just have this huge arpeggio of a big major 9 chord. Dude, that sound right there, I want to live in that sound. I want this sound to wake me up every morning with a supple kiss on the lips, followed by an invitation, my favorite breakfast food establishment, in which it not only dines me, but also wines me out on a date. Anyways, that's the whole track. Shout out Tim Becken for singing on this. Check out his band True North. There's a lyric video for this as well that my homie Bobby Tucker made. This is actually the first song in a 2-song EP. The second song, called Empty, I sang on. Hope you're enjoying my mustache, because I certainly do not. I'm just gonna sit here while the credits roll, so the thing will go over my face, and then you can click another video, or you can do this thing over here. I know there's a difference between the left and the right, but I'm just going to silently sit here until you choose what to do next.